My name is Alana, and you are watching the Alana Star Show. So I literally have been up all night. Like I left okay, so I was on set yesterday. Um, I was filming, and I was an extra for the show Raising Cane. And this was my first SAG booking, and so I'm proud of that. So I was on set for Raising Cane, and then I know a club promoter, so he invited me to go out to this club, and I got in for free. I got a free drink, so I had a really good time. It was like a lot of Spanish people, like mixed race Spanish people there, and it was kind of lit. Like I had a nice time. I had a drink. I partied for a little bit. Then I know another guy who does parties, and he wanted me to come to his event. So as soon as I left his event, I was out partying at the second location, which was like another nightlife type of vibe. So I met these girls when I was out partying, and and it was late. I actually was supposed to leave with a guy, which I wish I would have left and not stayed. But I wanted to be, social because he pretty much left. Like I wasn't supposed to leave with a guy, like go back to his house, but like it was like another event. I think they were going to a strip club. Like granted, like I've never been to a strip club before, but I really probably don't need to go. But wherever they was gonna go, I was gonna go to the next, location. At this point, it's probably about 2:30, I would say. 2:30, 3 o'clock. Excuse me. So, my bad. So then I met these two beautiful ladies, and one of them had a guy that she was connected with. I didn't know how she knew him or whatever, but she had a guy, and the other one was just there, and then there was two other guys, and they were like, "Oh, well, we're gonna have an after party. It's just a minute away." They knew it wasn't a minute away. Like we was piled up on top of each other in the Uber. We went to this hotel. I was about to just leave, like, forget it. Like I'm not going to go into no hotel room with these strangers that I never met, right? So, but anyways, I felt bad because I was like, I'm not gonna leave, the girls up there by themselves. Even though it's like I should have just left their ass. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. But I have a conscience. I have I'm concerned because the world is very scary these days. So I said, okay. So I called them to make sure they were okay. They were like, "Where are you? Why did you leave us? Can you come back? Can you please come back?" So I went back upstairs, and they had drinks. Like I didn't drink nothing because I don't trust what people put in their stuff. They could be trying to drug me. So I didn't drink anything. And I was upstairs, like they were like, "Oh, you're not comfortable, like have a drink, blah blah blah." Like I'm not comfortable because I don't know you. And it was just kind of strange. It's 6 o'clock, I'm sober. And so, yeah, it was, they just, and then the one girl kept going to the bathroom with the other guy, and, hint, but it wasn't anything sexual, but hint, hint. And I'm just like, this is just not my cup of tea. Like, I don't mind going out having fun, but I do not do drugs, and I'm never planning on doing it. Like, have I done like marijuana products in my life? I have, but I haven't graduated past anything of that nature, and I don't have any expectations of it because being high is something that's very spiritual, and I'm spiritual, and I believe that God is real because God is real. And he knows all, he sees all, and I would be disappointed in myself first, but it would be a dishonor to God. And then getting high for me is very scary. Like you can lose control. Like you don't know how much you're taking. You don't know how well it's going to mix with your chemistry, like your body, anything, and you keep you chasing it, chasing it, chasing it. Like that's how people have overdoses. And the lady that was there that was participating in that in secrecy was very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. She was pretty. She had a beautiful body, everything. And it's almost like, what's going to happen to you in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years if you keep that up? So it just wasn't a good look. And there was three guys, like they were different groups. Like one of them looked like they were was white. One of them was swirly. The other one was of some other ethnicity too. Everybody don't believe that I'm black, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm like, this is not really my cup of tea, and I won't never be partying with those girls again. Like I like them, and I think that they're nice, but that's just the way that I see that is going. It's not for me, and the way that I see that going is not for me, and and yeah, it's I'm just not I'm not participating. I'm not doing it. You say good morning. Can you speak up? You can't hear me well. It's early, so I'm not trying to shout. Maybe something is wrong with my volume. I don't know. But say no to drugs. Don't do drugs. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. There's a lot of spiritual things attached to that opens you up in ways that you really don't want to be opened up to. And it's better to just. There's nothing wrong with going out. There's nothing wrong with being sociable, partying. And see, this is the thing. Like people are always so big on having all these friends and being in these circles, but some friends are not good friends. Some friends are not. They're not because of the things that they're into or certain influences that they have. Like you don't need to be hanging out with those people. Like they're not like-minded and they're not healthy for you. And you could be putting yourself at risk or putting yourself in danger by being involved with those people. Like no. And then like the one of the guys said, because I was ready to go home, and so they called me an Uber. I didn't send the Uber to my exact location. I gotta be smart. But they sent me an Uber, and I went home, and yeah. But I just think that was just. It wasn't anything crazy. I bet you it's gonna get wild after I left. Because they wanted to get wild. I'm like, no, because y'all gotta spend some money. I don't have nothing that I need. Like, I'm really serious on dealing with men equality. Like, I'm not interested in being in a position where I'm being taken advantage of by anybody's son. Like, if you're gonna approach me, then you need to come with the right approach. Like, I'm not taking no shit. Like, I'm not dealing with people that are not willing to court me the way that I know I deserve to be courted. Like, I'm not settling, and I'm not going to allow people to use me, because that's exactly what that is. And it's disgusting. And both of those girls are too beautiful. Um, they're too beautiful young ladies to allow for men to take advantage of them like that. She's way too pretty, to be using drugs. She's way too beautiful. Like I was a little bit angered to see, what I saw tonight. Like no, like don't do that to yourself. Like, love you. Don't do that to you. It was a little bit angering, and it was like those men are really gonna try to take advantage of some younger girls. You can't pay for women. You can't, treat us the way I know you got the money. You know what I'm saying? and you're not gonna like, treat us the way in which we deserve, and the ladies think that that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know that that's not okay. I don't know. It's just not right. It's not right. And I'm just not fucking with, like, I'm sorry. I'm not cussing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not gonna allow that. Like, that's not right. Thank you. You are in, you ain't ready part two. Yeah, like, I'm not with that. Like, just like now, like, I left because I said, you know what, I'm tired. I don't see this really going anywhere for that, what I want. So I'm getting the heck up out of here. And the other girl was like, because the other girl was doing, um, you know, rugs, we're gonna say. Um, she was like, well, I can't leave because I'm too high. And if I go home, I'm gonna flip out by myself. And it's like, from my experience of doing marijuana, like, I took an edible before, like, a long time ago, but it happened. Like, I know how, like, it can creep up on you. Like, any type of substance can definitely creep up on you. Like, you may not feel the effects of it now, but you will feel the effects of it, as time progresses. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might hit you 2 hours from now. And it's like, yeah, that wouldn't be safe. Or what if you, yeah, worst case scenario, we know. So you need to be in a company of people. And then the other girl was like, yeah, because do you feel comfortable with being left here at the hotel with three guys? And I'm thinking, like, because the way that she was hugged up with him, like, I thought that they were a couple. Like, I thought that they had been, dating each other for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, no, I met him tonight. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, for real. Like, what am I doing here? Like, Alana, at least I can say I had the experience and I know, because I've lived it, I've done it, I went out, whatever, whatever. I've been out plenty of times before now, but this is like the New York City edition of going out and being out late. Because I did, parties and went out, in Chicago when I would go out in the city, like closer to my hometown when I lived in Chicago, whatever. But yeah, it's wild. Thank you, DMSKJ. Then I didn't trust anything. Like, they did get us some smoothies, so I did have some of my smoothie. But yeah, I did have a little bit of smoothie. And say you made the right decision by getting out of there. You're growing and glowing. Yeah, like, I'm not trying to get caught up in that. Like, that ain't no good. And I feel bad that they are allowing themselves to be subject to that. Like, I was having a really great night. And there's nothing wrong with, like, knowing club promoters. There's nothing wrong with going out, having a drink. Like, I had a drink tonight. I had a shot tonight, a tequila, and I had a drink. So there's nothing wrong with, as long as you don't get drunk, no to any type of drugs. But as long as having a good time and you are doing everything in moderation, you listen to the music. But I just want to deal with quality men from here on out. Like, I'm not interested in dealing with these low life circumstances with these guys that think that they can take advantage of beautiful women for a very cheap or no price. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm valuable and I know that I have value. I know that I have worth, and I'm not going to allow someone to come into my life and just take advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like this has to be earned. Like, you have to earn a relationship with me. You have to earn trust. You have to earn in terms of what you spend. Like, there's nothing that you have done for me that has proven anything to me that I feel like I owe you anything. So that's the only danger, I think, of being out, And if it wasn't for those other girls, I probably wouldn't have stayed at all. But they, oh, please stay, because we don't want to, because y'all know that y'all don't want to be here with these creeps. Because y'all here doing something that y'all know y'all not supposed to do. Thank you, Shahar Mahar. Thank you, but it's over. I had a good time tonight, but that was just the one little downside to that experience. That was just the little downside. That was a little bit like, yeah, this is starting to kind of like piss me off. Like, they don't understand that, like, I really want to cuss them out for real. But anyways, it's over. Like, it's so degrading. It's so disrespectful. It's wrong. And I just am not for it. I'm just not for it. But anyways, that's enough of my rant about the power of saying no. Sometimes you have to say no. And if other people don't, if other girls do not see their value and they want to put themselves in positions of being compromised, I have to realize that, that's not my position to save anybody else. Like, if I say I'm leaving and you want to stay and hang out with them, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to compromise me because I came here, I came here by myself. I can leave by my. But I'm not going to compromise myself, for the sake of them. And they want to be putting themselves in this type of position. And then I called my Uber. I said, "Are you leaving?" Asked one of the girls like 3 times. I was like, "Are you leaving? Or are you staying?" Well, I don't want to leave my friend because I've been in positions like this before and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, y'all like, I'm never partying with y'all again. Like, never again. Not with these girls. Like, they got my number. I followed them on social media. I would always be nice to them. If I see them, I wish them both the best. But I'm never partying with them again. Like, no, like, this is not how I roll, and this is not my type of cup of tea. So, but if I ever saw them, like, you know, I'd be like, hey, girl, what's up? How you been? And whatever. But, like, no. Like, I'm tired of attracting BS. Like, it comes a time when you want to attract good people in your life, good friends, people that are sober, people that are not doing drugs, people that are healthy, happy, um, in a good mental state. They got good things going on for them in their life. Um, and they're not looking to put themselves in positions like that with people, and it's just terrible. hmm Like, I feel like I need to only really get out and deal with me during the daytime. Like, being out at night, unless you're there only for yourself, that's cool. But, like, I'm not really like, oh, you can meet somebody at a nightclub, because it always seems like it turns into something like this. But yeah, I'm just, this is just, it's crazy. You know, pray for us, pray for this generation. And, you know, I'm signing out. I'm about to go to bed because I literally been up all night. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.